recently picked up a bag of some media that was previously made by Evolution Aqua called the biochip, specifically designed for use in moving bed filters. My understanding is that they are no longer producing it, and it's very difficult to even find anywhere, and I think it just kind of went out of popularity for some reason. It's called a biochip. It's similar to some of the media that I've seen on a few other YouTube channels. I think it's the Awasi filter pad is what they call them. Very similar to this one. So this is a brand new one. It comes in a 25-liter bag, and I was able to get a sample, a couple of pieces there not long ago, add them to my moving bed filter, and you can see the difference. Again, this is a brand new one. This is the one that's been running in the filter for probably 4 or 5 months now. Colonized well with the biofilm on there, so it's doing a good job. What I have done is taken some of the K Plus media that was in the moving bed filter, and I have just turned off the air while I'm doing this change, and moved the K Plus into my second static barrel of K Plus, a part of the filter system you've seen on my previous videos. So what I'm going to do is put the new biochips into the moving bed filter, and then I'll get the air running on that again. And I know it's going to take a bit of time for it to kind of blend in and get the film on it so it's not as buoyant. I will show you once I have added the media, and then we'll do a follow-up in a couple of months' time just to let you know how things are progressing. And I will put a brief description in the write-up on the YouTube channel from Evolution Aqua, which kind of states what the media is supposed to do for your moving bed filter. So I will get the media added in here, and then I will show you once it's up and running. I have added approximately half of the bag of the new media into the filter, and as you can see, most of it is kind of staying at the sides at the moment. It's going to take a bit of time to start moving with the rest of the media, the K1 that is in here. Hopefully it won't take too long to get less buoyant and start moving around in the filter. And then I'll be able to see, if it does a much better job. And I say hopefully it will. Again, that's a couple of the new ones there. As I said, the bag was 25 liters. That's the size that it's sold in. I have approximately half the bag, or 12 to 13 liters, something like that in here now. And once this gets less buoyant, gets moving around with the rest of the filter, then I will add some more to it at a later date. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, I will definitely bring you an update in a couple of months to let you know just how things are progressing. And on that note, I'm just going to end this segment of the video here, and I will get back to you shortly with some additional information on how things are going with the system. Unfortunately, weather-wise, right now, no snow today, but the temperature with the wind this morning was -16. So definitely not pond season here yet. We're getting closer, spring is on the way, but it's going to be a little while yet. So hope you're all doing well, and as I say, I will be updating things shortly. When I added the biochip media to the moving bed filter, as you saw a little bit earlier in the video, I was anticipating that it was going to take a bit of time, a few days at least, for it to start to circulate with the K1 that was already very mature and in the filter here. As you can see, they have all, in essence, disappeared into the media, and they've done so in a matter of only a few hours. So they're circulating beautifully in the barrel with the biomedia. What I am going to do is add the remainder of the bag in here and see how that goes. If it does come to the fact that it's a little bit too much, I can always take a little bit out of there. But based on the movement that has, as I say, occurred in only a matter of probably 4 or 5 hours, I don't think there's going to be a problem in adding the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And if all goes as planned, as things worked out yesterday, I'm not going to add any more to the video with respect to that, but I will provide some additional updates with regard to how things are progressing in the filter and how the chips themselves are maturing with the biofilm on them at a later date. So I'm going to go ahead and add those now, and I'll show you that I have done that, and then I would just kind of end the video at that point. I have added the remainder of the bag of the Evolution Aqua biochip media into my moving bed filter here. You can see it's just kind of stacked up along the sides of the barrel, no movement at all. But based on what I showed a moment ago in the video, it should start moving around fairly quickly. As I said, what I put in there yesterday was within about 4 to 5 hours, was already mixing in with the rest of the media in the barrel. I expect the same to happen on this one. So presuming that that goes as planned, I will update the progress on another video at a later date, just showing how it has matured with the biofilm on it. And we'll keep you advised as to how that works. So I will continue on that note. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. The two koi that you see in these photos were the first two that I ever owned and are the ones that got me interested in the hobby. When I purchased them approximately 50 years ago, they were about 3 inches long, and as they grew and eventually spawned, as you can see in these photos, I knew I was destined to become a koi keeper. When I first saw photos of my newest edition, I immediately thought of these koi and of Mystery, and what their offspring might look like had they had the opportunity to breed. Here's hoping that as time goes on, my new fish won't disappoint as it continues to grow larger and larger and joins the others in the outdoor pond. Just wanted to take a moment to introduce you to the newest member of my koi collection. This is a Tosai hydrophilic that I picked up recently from a gentleman that was looking to downsize his collection somewhat. Now, many of you that are watching this video are probably going to say it's not a good example of a hydrophilic, and I'm not going to dispute that by any means. The reason that I did pick it up was two reasons, really. The first being that the color markings on it remind me to a certain point of Mystery, the fish that I was dealing with earlier this year and later last year with the ulcer issues, and definitely, am disappointed, as I mentioned previously, with his passing. So this one, again, it is definitely a lighter color, but the black and the black fins, black tail, etc. really are what sort of caught my attention when I first saw the picture. The second reason is it does remind me to a point of the first couple of koi that I ever owned, and I'll put a picture in the video, hopefully, that's going to show up. Those fish that really got me into the koi hobby in the first place. And as I said, this one is approximately 10 inches long. As I said, it is a Tosai. It's doing very well. I think as it grows larger, some of the high will hopefully come through and expand on the pattern a bit. But it is energetic, as you can see. It's doing well. When I brought it home the other day, I did leave it for a day and then gave it a PP treatment just to work on potentially any parasites that might be on the fish. It is presently housed in my quarantine tank, which is over here. I've turned the filter off and everything at the moment, just to keep the noise down a little bit. And I do have another one of my koi in here. It's going to be very hard to see because it's quite dark in there. So I put it in there. Kind of zoom in. I don't know if you're going to see that or not. Probably not. And I do apologize again for that. It's a black fish primarily. Very difficult to see in the tank. This one was extremely skittish because it had been housed in a shed, in a vat with a number of other fish, and was not comfortable being on its own. And that's why I moved one of my other fish in here, just to keep it company, to calm it down. And I will be keeping an update going on this one as time goes along. But I just wanted to kind of introduce everybody to it. I'm going to put it back into the quarantine tank now. As you can see, it's getting very restless down in the bin it's in here. But as I said, not a special coloration fish by any means as far as high quality or being a champion. That's never going to happen, and I know that's never going to happen. I'm a strong believer in getting fish that you will enjoy yourself. It's your pond, enjoy your fish. I'm not looking to win championships with this one. I know that's never going to happen. I knew that when I purchased it. So I said, it's rather than letting it get stressed anymore, I'm going to put it into the quarantine tank, and I will provide some updates on it over the next few months as we get into the pond season. If you have been following along on my channel recently, you will have seen that I changed my logo as well as the intro to the channel. And of course, a change in the logo means new mugs are required. And this is what the new mug looks like. And it is suitable for either left-handed or right-handed users. And if you're interested in having one of these, what I would like to do is do a mug swap or mug exchange with you. In other words, you send me one of yours and I will send you one of mine. That way you can have an additional mug for your collection and I can have one for mine as well. All you need to do is go into the About Me section on my YouTube channel and you will find the email address on there to contact me, and I'll just sort of provide details and a couple of suggestions on how you can save money with respect to shipping, because I know from Canada to the UK and UK to Canada, shipping is relatively expensive. So take a look at the mug here, let me know what you think, and as I say, if you are interested, just send me a quick email and get in touch and we'll get something sorted out. Thank you all.